Critical Conversation Bros here. I'm Behold Greatness, and this is...
The last time is now. Top rope Bubba, of course.
Yeah. Shout out to John Cena. Saturday night's main event. Last match before he retires.
Maybe.
It's huge. You're going to watch it.
Of course.
You're going to be at the Raw and SmackDown taping at Hershey on Monday.
So I get to see SmackDown before any of you guys.
So a lot to get to here. Let's roll right into it. But boy, you got Javon Evans, Leon Slater versus AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Who wins this match?
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee have been a pretty decent tag team together.
Good chemistry, surprisingly.
And then you got the up-and-coming Leon Slater and Javon Evans. Obviously, I've been ranting about these guys for months.
Their stock is up.
They put a show on at Deadline in the not Survivor Series, but
Iron Survivor.
yeah, so that was close. I think to be honest, all four matches are going to put on 5-star matches. I think they're going. Why they wanted some NXT superstars in John Cena's final card is obviously Cena wants to push the future.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to do it. So with that being said, I believe AJ Styles is in that same sentiment, even though they are the champions, so we can't make them look too weak.
Right.
But we also want to escalate Javon and Leon.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I do think Javon and Leon are going to win, which is where this gets them into the tag team title scene for that title. So whether it be, New Year's Evil, I think could be that where those titles get put on the line, or maybe the Royal Rumble or whatever. But I do think Javon and Leon are ultimately going to put on a show and be victorious.
Okay.
So
I'm on board with you. I think Javon and Leon get the win. Probably ends up being a clean win at that. I do believe maybe afterwards we get a little bit of interference afterwards to set up the tag team title picture deeper, to really put the focus on that division. Whether it be you have a team show up, a la Fraxium, somebody like that nature.
or the Hardy Boys.
Who knows?
I mean,
there's so many options out there they can go with, but they're going to highlight that tag division. So, definitely Leon and Javon. Their stock is up. You're going to see what these guys can do.
Yeah. All right, rolling into the next match. Again, more NXT flavor. We have Bayley and my girl, who I've always liked, Sol Ruka. What do you got?
Listen, Bayley puts people over more than any female superstar in the history of wrestling. She just did workshops with all these women. Bayley is capable of incredible work in that ring. She's going to make magic with Sol Ruka. And she's going to strap that rocket right to Sol Ruka and send her to that main roster ready for that Women's Royal Rumble in Saudi to rock and roll, baby. So I got Sol Ruka on W.
I am 100% on board with you. But it is going to... Sol Ruka is going to have to earn it. And why I mean that, I think there's going to be some mid-match interference by the name of Zarya.
Yeah. I can see
trying to call Sol Ruka the match. And she's going to defend that off after she gets speared. But I think she's going to defend that off. And ultimately, like you said, Bayley is a huge person of putting people over. Mm-hmm. She's outstanding at doing that. So ultimately, I do think Sol Ruka is going to end up fending off Zarya and beating Bayley and, solidifying herself towards that main roster, whether it be the Royal Rumble or, who knows from there. Or the first Raw or SmackDown after.
I think everybody involved in this night, they're all going to the main roster, soon. Yeah. very soon.
Well, obviously, except Leon Slater, or what, depending on where his.
I think Leon
go.
Slater is a Joe Hendry situation.
I agree.
He's there.
Agree.
So.
Bye.
Carrying on to the next one. Let's see here. I want to save the John Cena match for last.
Obviously.
So
it's the main event.
We're gonna do Cody Rhodes versus Femi, and I gotta defer to the biggest Femi mark here to tell me who's winning this match.
I think this obviously has main event level potential. Oba is by far probably the most top superstar NXT has offered in years outside of Ethan Page, even though I wouldn't really consider him NXT because he came from AEW. NXT.
You're talking about purely homegrown.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they were in that whole group of, Oba, Tavion Heights,
Solrigo,
all them guys.
Yeah.
And when it first started, I mean, he has like a cool accent and everything, so I kind of got hooked on him right away, and I liked how he looked, I liked his character, and I'm like, ooh, I like that guy. And bam, he was in the title scene like 2 months later, and rocket ship to the back. Cody he likes putting people over as well, making them look strong. He obviously is not going to make himself look weak also, but with that being said, could we also get where Oba just completely dominates and destroys Cody?
That would make for headlines.
And is this where Cody becomes a heel?
Okay.
I don't know if that's the route it's going to go. I do think we're going to see Drew McIntyre show up and interfere or get involved somehow, some way.
Yeah.
I do think, again, Cody Rhodes is going to put Oba over.
Okay.
Because he is coming, he's going to drop that title to somebody at New Year's Evil because he's going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely coming to the main roster. I just think they're trying to figure out, either they're giving Joe Hendry a little more time to marinate a little bit in NXT before they strap the title on, so they didn't strap it on right away. Or I don't know really what they got planned. But I do think Oba's going to drop that title sooner than later. I think he was just kind of a strong placeholder for whoever takes a title. Obviously defeated a very strong opponent to make them, look good.
And I do think it helped the Ricky Starks situation.
Correct.
So.
Which I think Ricky Stark's not far from the main roster either.
Yeah.
But I do think, again, another NXT person in Oba will win this match as well.
All right. I'm with you on some of it. Drew does interfere in this match. All except for Oba destroys him for interfering. And that's what cost Oba the match. Because that is the straw that breaks the back for Cody. Cody snaps.
Okay. Does
what he needs to get the win. But this makes Oba look great because he destroys Drew in this process.
I mean, that's a fair prediction too.
I'm keeping it simple, and I'm keeping it just the way I see it.
Obviously, we both think Drew's showing.
Yeah. And I think it's pretty obvious, but I think they do everything they can to enhance Oba without giving him the victory over your current WWE champion.
Or a bad loss.
Right.
So, get it. All right.
Here we go.
On to the last time John Cena will main event ever. Last time John Cena will ever be, possibly, in a match. I do think, obviously, it's going to be emotional for a lot of people.
You're going to cry.
I know I'm going to cry. It's my childhood. That's who, when I first started watching wrestling, it's who I got drawn to. And those of people that haven't followed his career, I mean, he was this close to not even being a person, to being cut.
I think it's legitimately.
Didn't have somewhere for him to go.
I think it's legitimately the first person, being as old as we are, that we've had the opportunity to watch every step of the way.
Yeah. I mean, because obviously, like, The Undertaker was semi-young, but he was already in the midst of his career. Randy Orton was kind of there. He was still young and growing.
But he's still involved. He's not retiring yet.
So it's kind of like, now we're watching all these other people grow, like Javon Evans and, those kind of people. But nobody will ever touch, I don't think, John Cena type levels. I would be surprised if we ever get to that point.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of like...
Are you saying Roman's not that kind of level? You don't think a Seth is capable of this? As much as he loves the business?
In fanfare and popularity, yes. But longevity, no.
And also, like, is there a woman capable of approaching those levels? Can a woman be those levels?
Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Easily.
Can I give a controversial argument?
Sure, go ahead.
I feel if Becky stays involved, I feel like Becky has this level in her.
I could agree with you, but where I'm going to go back on, I don't think Becky's going to be long.
Which if she's not?
She's going to go to motherhood, and rightfully she should.
Yeah.
And because I think Seth's the same way. I think Seth ain't far,
I think it's
within the next 5 years.
I think finding a peak like that out of nowhere is incredible.
But I agree. Yeah.
And that stability.
Yep. So... Alright, so obviously we got the main event. We got John Cena versus, a lot of people's not wanted opponent. And Gunther, Walter, whoever we may decide to get. I'll let you go first.
So many rumors swirling around. I don't think you can give him to Gunther. I just don't. He already retired one person, and I don't think you can do anything to make the fanfare attached to him the way they want it.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
I understand they want to appeal to the international crowds. This isn't it. I think some people say The Miz gets involved. If he does, it's only to take out Gunther. He doesn't face The Miz. He doesn't face Gunther. I am bullish on this crazy idea. And call me crazy, but something in my heart tells me that Joe Hendry ends up facing John Cena tonight. Just randomly. Out of nowhere. And who introduces him? Mr. Kennedy! So I'm going way out of the ballpark because it has to be something crazy. They said there were surprises. They're not putting the surprises in the other matches. I'm telling you that right now. The surprises are in the main event. This is the surprise you're getting. And then, when it's all said and done, you're going to get his rivals coming out to say goodbye. And we got Joe Hendry beating John Cena, passing the torch.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Damn. Okay. Alright. There's multiple ways this could go. Gunther could be his honest opponent.
I think that would be worst case scenario for all of us.
Maybe something happens mid-match where it's not a one opponent type match. Maybe we get kind of like what we had at WrestleMania 40? Philadelphia? Was it 40?
We were there.
Right. Was it 40?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I got that right. Maybe it's something like the Bloodline Rules match, where all these people show up. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
No.
But it's just a shot in the dark, right? We have rumors of, will Edge show up? He took an absence from AEW.
I would have loved that, to be honest, but
it's a possibility.
I don't see it.
I don't think it's happening. Okay? We have a guy waiting in the wings to return. None other than Y2J. Could it happen?
Love that too.
We randomly have a countdown.
I did see that, and that was the one thing.
Countdown.
But I heard people say it's nothing. It could be.
Is Chris Jericho showing up? I think Chris Jericho will show up, but will he be in the match? Probably not. I don't think you're ready.
The end of the show kind of thing.
Okay, ready? Where are we at?
Washington, D.C. Batista.
Straight. Nobody is going to have any inkling of one of John Cena's biggest rivals showing up. He has not gotten to be a part of this. And whether he is the ultimate guy that finishes this match, or somehow there's kind of like a tag out somehow, some way, but I do think the house gets brought down, and it's going to be a huge moneymaker when that Batista music hits. But I'm not done yet. Match ends. We hear, "It this smells!" Music hits. Comes down to the ring.
Is he even healthy enough to come to the ring?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Okay.
Right? I think he tells Cena, before everything goes off air and we have a tribute to Cena, whatever, which I'm real excited to see what tributes and stuff they do. I think he's going to confront Cena and say, "I still have your soul." Cena low blows The Rock, gives him the middle finger, gives him the FU, and walks off into the sunset. And that's how he ends his heel/face run in 2025.
I do think if anything otherwise outlandish happens, I only have one crazy scenario in my mind.
Okay, hit it.
We're in D.C. Wale is from there. Wale's a musician who's very big into wrestling. And he just happens to do the entrance music and be really good friends with Big E. And wouldn't it be great if he just swerved the entire world, is magically healthy, and destroys both men, and makes it be known that Big E is back and better than ever?
To be honest, I think that would be a lot of WWE's people dream.
So there you go.
That would be the best swerve ever.
Yeah, hey, that's the only other swerve I got for you, because let's be honest, their version of surprises aren't always ours. So I don't know.
I think they have. I think they saw a lot of bad reaction to the way they did Goldberg's ending. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get a repeat. I think there are some really cool surprises, whether it be during the show, just people showing up, or what happens.
Can we talk about that quick?
Yeah, hold on. Last I heard, there were no time allotted for matches. We have a 2-hour pre-show. And then I believe it's 3 hours worth of match, kind of allotted time. And then, obviously we're going to have a pip show. So I do think, obviously, between tributes and just kind of rerunning Cena's career throughout the night, I guess the better question is, do we get to see Vince McMahon? I think Vince is going to be there, and he should.
We heard that Vince and Donald will be there tonight.
I don't think he is.
I heard rumors that both are.
For my laptop dies.
I heard both are going to be there, so we'll see.
Right. But go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I feel like when they learned a lesson from doing Goldberg dirty, part of me feels like that's just Triple H rendering some hate back to WCW, like really disrespectful to Goldberg. I understand Goldberg's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you don't have some sort of semblance of respect for what 172-0 did for WCW at that time, you weren't watching. You weren't watching at the peak. I'm telling you that right now. Monday Night Wars were something special. And you need to put some respect on that man's name. You might not like his moveset. You might not like what he did. But damn, did he draw the money in the eyes.
You're talking about a 3-moved guy. Sure, yes. But yes, I agree.
John Cena made his heyday on most of his career 5 moves. So you know what I mean?
I agree with you.
I think we just put too much stock sometimes in you have to have guys that draw the eyeballs sometimes. Not everybody can be a Shawn Michaels.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to have guys who are going to be more limited in the amount of moves they can do, but yet they have so much more to offer when it comes to charisma, star power, just by the sake of what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And when you become that, you take and run with it. And I think you just got to give respect to the guys that are able to do that.
I agree.
So.
But obviously, none of us really know. We could all be hoping and praying, and it just be Blah and Gunther and whatever.
If we get the boring choke out, I'm crashing out.
I
hope somebody writes that. I pray to God somebody has a sign there that says, if Gunther wins, we riot, please.
I would be upset. Obviously, ticket prices are still outrageous. Last I saw, they are sold out now.
But did you see the prices for Saudi?
Yeah, they're cheap as shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, TK.
Mm-hmm. You know why?
Because they don't want to gouge your international customers.
Right. Because they want to bring more fanfare.
Yeah, but screw us, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Screw the actual... I mean, I'm not saying Saudi people aren't fans, so don't take that the wrong way. But I'm saying, like, us as,
this is where the business is
obviously all the shows are based more or less and whatever. Yeah. Like, it's just... I mean, I just bought the new John Cena shirt. Obviously, I'm going to buy his last shirt. But, I mean, $40 for a shirt? Kind of ridiculous. But I'm still going to do it, obviously, and that's why they charge those prices. Because they know people like us are going to buy his last shirt.
They're going to pay it.
But $40? Crazy.
I mean, they have shirts that are way more than that, too. They're crazy.
No. I mean, this shirt alone was, I think, $60.
Yeah.
But...
it is what it is. But
yeah. I mean, at least they make, 4 payment plan things nowadays.
Now, before we get to the end here, I want to know personally, what does John Cena mean to you?
I know this sounds cheesy and whatever, but ever since I've known him, his motto has been never give up. I've kind of lived by that motto, going through life struggles, a very tough relationship, marriage, all that stuff, where I held on a lot longer than I probably should have. But one of those mottos outside of, the normal, your vows and stuff like that, I've always led by never give up, give it all it's had. And, I still live to that, going through, just like anxiety, depression issues. Like, I know when it gets to the bottom, I can't give up, because there's always something out there that will pull me back up. So, I've always lived by that. I will continue to live by that. And that's just what I've taken from Cena the most. And he's just... And another thing that I like the most about Cena, with having a disabled sister, him doing all the Make-A-Wish stuff, and just how he interacts with kids and people like that, it just warms my heart. Obviously, him going through his heel turn, doing what he did to the one kid. Obviously, I'm sure deep down inside that crushed him.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure also deep down inside, he also left that kid know. I think before the show that it was going to happen. It had to be an on-TV thing, that it wasn't,
Yeah.
But that's the one thing I've liked most about him. People obviously complained when he went off to Hollywood, became a part-timer. But the guy still brings in money.
Yeah.
I truly think, and I'm not just saying this as a Cena fan, I truly think WWE is going to struggle a little bit if they don't find a way to incorporate Cena into his new role and get him on TV at certain times and certain points for certain things. I think that's Just my opinion. And I think obviously that's why they keep bringing The Rock back. They keep bringing Stone Cold back, because they need those kind of guys.
Well, let's be honest. Do they have the star power that they once did? No.
No.
I really think they need to get off their high horse just a little bit. I want them to lean into the women. The women's roster is the strongest part of this roster, period.
I agree. Especially in NXT.
I'm telling you right now, Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea have such powerful reach to other countries on top of here that they're going to do wonders. I think you needed people like that because, Bayley and Becky can be relevant anywhere. And you needed other women to be able to get there too. And we're getting that.
Well, to some people, you got to throw 15 titles on somebody to be relevant, but yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. We'll talk about Mercedes Moné another day. But she says goodbye to John Cena. But that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's just a heel move, but that's fine.
Of course.
That's part of the character. I don't think there's anybody in wrestling that's going to be disrespectful about it. I think you might have some guys relieved because they're going to have their opportunity to shine. And I think, guys that he affected, hopefully they can have their chance to succeed. So.
I think I might be crazy for this, but I truly feel the next person that could carry a huge fan favorite crowd, just crazy, kind of like Cena is. I think Joe Hendry is semi there, but I don't think he's going to get all there. I think it could be Javon Evans. I think Javon Evans could be that guy to carry the closest to the next torch of just fan appeal like John Cena.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I think with time and the right rub, I think the pedigree of a Braun Breaker has everything that you look for.
Yeah.
The pedigree's there. I think he just needs a niche like John found eventually. I think a guy like Randy or something will eventually get him there, and I think he can get there.
I think one of the biggest issues with WWE period are we don't necessarily have, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not going to throw the Y6 out there because we know who they are. I don't feel like we've had a legit character, persona, like Cena or any of them since Bray Wyatt. I think WWE has struggled to have a legit character, storyline, type
I get
thing
what you're saying there.
Since then.
I think
outside of Seth, they do well with Seth Rollins and his whole gear and stuff like that.
I think what kills Seth is health, obviously. That will be his biggest enemy. Because he has everything you want in a company, man.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, he's the Triple H of our generation.
Right.
I hate to say it like
that. I agree with you.
But he is. He just is there, has his great highlights, just cannot stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're onto something. I think Oba's probably most organic character that hopefully more people attach themselves to.
I agree.
Because he's organic. I mean, that was grown naturally. That's something. That's a possibility. So.
I agree with that. Maybe, dig into more of his Nigerian background.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like they did a little bit with Apollo Crews.
Which, listen, Apollo hasn't lost a match in 2025. Just so you're aware.
Where's he at?
He's still in WWE. I guess most of those matches were dark matches or main event.
I didn't know. That's something I didn't. I didn't even know he was in WWE. To be honest,
he has not lost a match in 2025.
Interesting.
And I know that flies under the radar, but what if they plan to use him in the future to help Ova?
That would be cool. That'd be cool. But yeah.
Yeah. That's where we're at.
It's I don't know. It really hasn't hit me that is the end until, to be honest, making this video. Just thinking about it now, it's starting to sink in. So it kind of. Fortunately, it feels like a death. I just you know.
It's the end of an era, but we all know all good things must come to an end.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, at least he has his finish where. We, as being a Bray Wyatt fan, we never got to see his finish to what he wanted to create. So, which was different. It was a different feeling to have as a fan.
So thank you, John Cena.
And I would have been interested to see on how they used Bray with Cena during this. With them having the NWO Firefly Funhouse match and all that stuff. It would have been cool to see that incorporated.
Yeah, it would have been.
So I mean, who knows? And maybe they do some random thing with Bo tonight to give Bray that. Who knows?
We'll see. But we appreciate everything Cena's done. We'll have a reaction to all this after it's done.
Yeah. And
after you get back from Raw and SmackDown and wind down.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for. I didn't really get a vacation this year as everything's been hectic, so I consider this my kind of a fun thing, even though it's not really going far. And at least I have a half day on Tuesday, so because I got gypped out of my one full day of vacation that they decided to take from me, but that's not here nor there.
So yeah. Now it's that time.
Shout out time.
Yeah.
T-shirt Tony.
Funny Farm Apparel Company, official apparel maker of the Critical Conversation Bros.
Yes.
Great guy.
I feel bald. I'm not wearing my hat, but I had to show off my haircut. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Jaden though for cutting your hair.
Yeah, thanks. As always,
the best.
I literally most of the time I get it cut the same way, but I literally went in. I said I want it shorter than it was, and I entrusted you. So she did whatever.
Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Sam and stuff.
Yep.
You're going over there to watch, right?
I'm very excited that I get to spend the last John Cena memory with a good friend and Steph.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Sam is Sam.
Yeah.
But he said he'll have plenty of tissues on board. And we get to eat some sausage, biscuits, and gravy.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, shout out to my good friend Cody.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hang out with you on Monday night.
Hopefully you don't get ran through till then.
Yikes.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Myers Meadows. Best whooping ball around. Shout out to John Tom Turnbull.
Dangers. It'd be really fun.
What?
We could actually make our own little mini team when Mark gets down.
Yeah.
We only need 3 people, right? Or 4 people? 3? 4?
We could get 3, but 4 is nice.
So, if you're watching us, John, the Critical Conversation Bro team might be coming for you.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lenny Goon Production Squad.
Yeah. Bums. Get on the real level.
Oh, here we go. You're talking some shoot. Yeah. Good music, though. Good music. Shout out to the Juggalo Championship Wrestling here, which I've been watching very randomly, but they've been doing some interviews, and the love that they are also showing for John Cena is pretty incredible. Their amount of respect and knowledge of the industry is probably more than I ever expected from them. So shout out to ICP for that.
Yeah. Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah. Who would have thought that I'd be listening to interviews with Shaggy and them, and they're actually quality content in 2025.
Interesting. Can't wait to go to our next wrestling event. Of course, I want to say that is the second week in January, but I mean, that could all depend on our new stupid weekend schedule.
We'll see. I will go in there and RKO your boss.
But my perfect attendance route to the end of the year is still on. And that's a whole new year, so maybe I started out right.
Yeah.
I
Love
am,
that.
2 weeks away from perfect attendance for the year. I've never done that. I've always wanted to do it at least sometime in life. So, I'm trying.
We're proud of you.
Extra $200 for that Steam Center.
I will hear your name on the radio and clap. Golf clap. Good job, buddy. Yeah. I got like a whole week left of work.
And I gotta do one last shout out to the Baltimore Orioles. We have a polar bear in town. Jersey is is being ordered on Monday, thanks to Mr. Nick.
So we re-signed Schwarber. You got the polar bear. I'd say it was a good week.
Yeah, knowing that we almost had Schwarber and could have had the polar bear possibly. But I respect. I it sucks that we didn't get Schwarber and Phillies match, but I do respect Schwarber for wanting to go back home, finish all that. So I can't be mad. I didn't want to see Schwarber leave Philly, because I mean
it's a good fit.
I may give him a hard time, but the Phillies are my National League team, so
yeah.
I didn't want to see him leave. So.
And I think the polar bear is a great fit.
I am, however...
I think they do more.
I am, however, very upset that Edwin Diaz is a Dodger.
That's disgusting, but at least the Mets are weaker, so...
I'd rather see Diaz go back to the Mets. I'm so sick and tired of hearing Dodgers.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts deep down inside. And
now they're the favorite to land scuba. Destroys my insides.
I hope they give up the farm.
But
and overpay.
Anyway.
But anyway. Alright, let's get to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the ringy dingy for when we post new content. Whether it be here, the Tiki Talk, and even the Discord page.
Our next fine video will be, I'm going to say probably next week because we're getting into the holidays. So we need to do it next week. We have our annual
Awards
edition video.
That's a doozy.
So you better put that on your schedule.
There's controversial takes here. Are we doing Superstar of the Year for each company? At least AEW, WWE, NXT, TNA?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll hit the 4 majors, and then I want to highlight our indie wrestler of the year as well.
Of course. It's a given.
Which I think we both have the same one, probably.
It starts with an M?
No. Mine starts with a B.
Oh, okay.
BB.
Mine was MB.
Interesting.
No, it's not Mans Warner.
I'm surprised. So we're gonna have a different one, so that makes that all the more exciting. So we will talk now. Obviously, we will do that for women and men on both sides of it.
I literally have to watch one of our other videos, kind of refresh what we did previous years, so we can kind of continue that. But yeah.
And I think we will also touch base on our favorite indie promotion of the year.
That's tough. I have lots, but I mean.
Lots.
I can't overlook that one that just puts on crazy ass things.
So
but yeah. Anyway, so we will come to you some point next week.
Yeah. Or
at least right before Christmas break.
Yeah.
Because I literally am going up home for Christmas, coming back for a day or two, and then going back home. So
you're crazy.
I actually am going to my godparents' house, and we're having the whole God family.
La Familia.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know if I can get as crazy as I normally do on New Year's.
I'll pray for you.
But I'm sure I will. They make hidden cups for a reason.
Red Solo Cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you. Be safe. Have a great weekend. And please watch tonight. Even if you can't watch during it, watch it after. Please watch it. Pay your respects to John Cena.
Even if you're not a John Cena fan, I mean, you gotta know the end of the era is ending. This is huge. I mean, it's kind of like Mariano Rivera retiring or somebody of that caliber, or Tom Brady. It's that big.
Just remember, John Cena, your time is up. My time is now. Thank
Peace
you for
out,
the memories.
folks.
Have a good one, folks. See you.